Today I'm making 5 Asian drinks. They're popular in different parts of Asia, and once you break them down, they're actually manageable. But here is the twist. I am making them from scratch because I couldn't find half of the ingredients. So we are improvising respectfully. Starting with butterfly tea lemonade. This is a drink from Thailand and Malaysia, and I feel like people mostly make it for the color, which is exactly why I'm making it. I will start with butterfly tea flowers, pour hot water over them, let it sit for a few minutes, and you'll see the color deepen. Okay, now strain the tea and divide it into two parts. One gets sugar and water, and the other gets lemon. When life gives you lemons, turn purple. I am keeping the tea slightly concentrated so the ice doesn't dilute the flavor. Once that's done, it looks pretty and eye catching, but it mostly tastes like a lemonade. The tea flavor is quite subtle. Now, this one's fun, Japanese melon cream soda. I saw this on Pinterest and honestly, I thought it was Photoshop, but apparently, Japanese cafes really serve this. And actually, it's way easier to make than it looks. We will start by making a simple syrup, just water and sugar. You don't want to thicken it too much, just keep it light. Once it cools down, add a few drops of melon flavoring. Start small and adjust. And for the color, I'm adding green with a tiny bit of yellow because plain green looks like a dish, so this is what we are aiming for. Since there is ice cream going in, we will keep the syrup less sweet intentionally.
Shit!
I really like both the color and the taste. This one's this one's interesting. It tastes like melon but more like a candy version. Next, a bit different, chikke. It's a traditional Korean rice drink, usually served as a dessert. You must have seen this so many times in K dramas. It's that drink they always drink after a sauna to cool off. I am making this without a rice cooker. Most of the recipe says you need one, but I have decided to ignore them. We are doing this the old school way with a pot and a dream. This one takes time, so you need a bit of patience. In a bowl, combine malt powder and lukewarm water. Give it a good mix. So traditional recipes call for Yodkirin Garu, Korean barley malt. I couldn't find it, so I am using diastatic barley malt powder from PWF. Now we let it sit for 40 minutes. Rule number 1, do not touch it. We need that powder to settle at the bottom because we only want the clear liquid on top. For the rice, cook it separately, soft but not overdone. In a pot, combine rice and the malt water. This is what I'm left with. Add some more water and mix it well. We will heat this for 1 to 2 minutes just until it's warm to touch. Don't let it boil. Cover it with a lid and a towel. Keep it in a warm place. This takes about 4 to 6 hours. You have to wait for the rice to start floating on top, which is the culinary version of watching the paint dry. This is where the sweetness develops. Don't over ferment it though, it will taste sour. If you don't see the rice on top after 4 hours, no worries, just heat it again and cover for 2 more hours and it will ferment. Now we will add sugar and ginger and boil it for 10 to 15 minutes. Then strain this. Rinse this and remove the ginger. Save the rice in a container for serving with water. Chill this in the refrigerator before serving.
아직 난 몰라요 우연 속에 만나지겠죠 한태요 한태요 서두르진 않을
This is yummy. It has gentle malty taste like soft roasted grain flavor. It's sweet and fresh and you get the hint from ginger. A lot of people say this tastes like horchata. I haven't tried that so I can't really compare. I would definitely make this again. Alright, we are getting fancy but not too fancy. Black sesame mocha. Black sesame is used a lot in Chinese desserts, and this is more of a modern cafe version. Basically, someone decided to put it in coffee and it worked. This is actually my quickest recipe of the day. So, in a bowl, add black sesame powder, cocoa powder, brown sugar, dark chocolate, water, and some sea salt. We are going to let it melt and get together over a double boiler. I'm adding extra water to help it come together into perfectly smooth paste. Look at that, it's like liquid lava. We are going to chill this now.
paint a picture for me 'cause all I see are shades of gray show me what your eyes are seeing electric blue who am I to you and are we built to last will you stay for good are you from
It definitely looks a bit different and interesting. We taste the coffee first and then the sesame. If you love coffee and sesame, you must try this. Last drink for the day, syrup bandung. It might look similar to ruafza and even taste a bit similar, but there is a difference. Ruafza has that pandan or kevra note, but this one's more purely rose, so it feels smoother and more subtle. It's similar to how we made the melon syrup, starting with a simple syrup, just sugar and water. I am getting deja vu. We are going to keep this very light. Once it cools slightly, we will add rose essence and red food color. Then just mix it. You can also add a pinch of citric acid for a slight tang, and we will let this cool completely. We want this color. It's quite similar to what you have already tasted, but making it fresh at home just tastes better. The color is also different, it's more on the coral side, maybe because I use super red instead of cherry red. I have added all the measurements in the description so you don't have to guess. Let me know which one you liked or which one you actually made, and I'll see you in the next one.